Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're here for the final hour of trading on the markets today for July the 8th, Friday. It's option expiry day, so options expire in an hour. A whole bunch of them are going to expire in an hour. What's going to happen in this last 60 minutes? We'll keep an eye on things. Thanks for joining me. We're here, Jen and I, from Zermatt, Switzerland. This is the last show I'll be doing from Zermatt. And thank you all for all of your kind wishes and kind words of encouragement. We are noticing here the Dow is up 76, not strong. It's been a wishy-washy day. We really haven't done much today as far as major movement. We topped out earlier today around the. Let me take a peek here. It looks like we topped out on the Dow back at around 1110 to about 1130, and we reached 31,511. We're now at 31,456. This is 50 points lower, 55 points lower. So what? We did drop right about 1 o'clock down to 31,283, and so we've come up 160 points from that drop now to be up 63 points. So a very quiet session, mildly positive on the Dow, up 8 on S&P, up 28 on NASDAQ. All three markets are up 1/4 percentage point. Nothing happening, nothing good, nothing bad. It's just a quiet one. Oil up $2.22 a barrel to 104.95 in Texas. I got Matterport on the day down 1 penny. We were this morning low as $4 this morning on Matterport. We're now at 422, down a penny on 2.7 million shares. Smart Rent is down 8.5 cents at 482.5. Tesla got as high as 765, almost just short of 765. It's now 756. So it's $9 lower than the high of the day, but it is up $22 today. And so it's holding rather well. SoFi, we got SoFi right now at 622, down 4 cents. Trying to hang on to the break-even line. 22.4 million traded, kind of similar to yesterday, give or take. GameStop, 128.78. We're down $6.34 on a volume of 2.88 million. We did over 7.5 million yesterday, and we're not even going to do half of that. So we are really backing off. This news that broke on GameStop, the firing of the chief financial officer, and now the potential for layoffs is not helping matters. It's not going to allow the stock to just surge to $160 a share. There's a lot of questions out there as to how severe are the layoffs, what departments are being affected, and is this layoff thing that's coming up an admission by the company that they are abandoning certain ventures, cutting back on certain expansions that they had in mind? I mean, what's up? Like, what's really the deal here? If they were to say to us, "Oh, well, we're going to lay off 5% of the store workers because business is slower," can understand that, but that's not what's happening. It sounds more like head office type layoffs. This is where the big money people are. Are layoffs coming out of Seattle, Boston, or elsewhere, or everything out of Grapevine, Texas? We'll wait and see. All right, we'll let you know. When I know, you'll know. 129.36 is what I see it at now, down 5.75. Spire down 3 cents to 127. Apple's up $1.14 to 147.49. AMC up 40 cents to 14.88. Over on ATIP, we're down 1.5 cents or so to 165.5. Rocket Lab is at 422, up 6.5 cents. Sexterra's up 50 cents today, 12.63, having a bit of a run here. ME down 1.5 pennies, but holding around 304.5, $3.04. Anyway, Pfizer is up 12 cents. Looks like it's close to being just unchanged today at 53.54. We have HPQ at 32.37, up 59 cents. We've had a bit of a gain, from the low 30s this week on that. After we got down there, Cisco up 33 cents to 43.55. Twitter is down $1.85, 36.94. This Twitter deal with Musk, I have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know if he's going to come in with a lower offer or walk away, pay $400 million not to do it. Your guess is as good as mine. Home Depot 287.70 up $1. Carvana down $1.39 to 25.39. Robinhood up a nickel to 9.07. Vanek Vector's up 126 to 208. We hit the low of the year this week. I think it was 189. I believe we nailed that price on July 5th. Oh, pardon me. On Tuesday, July 5th is when we hit the low of the year, 189.94. Now we're at 208, almost a $20 recovery. IBM up a dime. Microsoft down 73 cents. Goldman Sachs down $1.26. Meta Platforms down 65 cents. Amazon off 48 cents. Very quiet day today on Amazon. 115.84. Google up $12 at $2,398. Bed Bath and Beyond up 33 cents to down 33 cents to 512. BlackBerry down 14 to 592. Royal Caribbean is off 97 cents to 34.53. We're not going anywhere on these cruise stocks. Target is down 123 to 148.73. JP Morgan is up 35 cents. Costco having a good week at 502.50. The Costco shares this week have been kind of on an uphill move overall. And the low of the week would have been on the 1st of July. That was just before the weekend. 478. So $24 gain in the last week or so of time for Costco. Walmart up 49 cents. NVIDIA down 27. Disney down $1 at 96.46. American Airlines off 4 cents to 14.06. Netflix down $1.74 to 187. Moderna up 358 to 175.98. Moderna's had a good week, as evidenced by this chart. This has been a nice run. Last week on the 1st of July, we were sitting at 142 ballpark, 176 now. Yeah, that's a nice $32 bump in price. It's been a while, but even trading at 176 a share right now, 176 a share. The stock's at 4.6 times earnings. Really cheap. Anyway, there it is. That's what we're looking at right now. Not a lot to get excited about there. It is a greenish day. We just haven't had a lot of movement today. The unemployment report that was so heavily promoted all week as the thing to wait and look for. This was it. The mother of all information was the unemployment thing. Came in stronger. It screwed up everybody. Every media outlet, I think, was waiting for a terrible number, like, only 200,000 jobs were created when actually 370 were created. I think the media was ready to pounce on a weak number, and they were going to blame Biden for everything, and then they were going to tell us we're in a recession. It's obvious because jobs are disappearing. It's just not happening. We have 11 million plus openings. 4 million people switched jobs last month. They quit jobs and took others. We got a 3.6% unemployment rate. I mean, it is just it's an employee's dream right now to be in the position you're in, more or less. I know there are some people out there who are not having a good time. They've got a crappy boss, a crappy outfit they work for, crappy job, no upside, no advancement, just turmoil. I get it. It's not perfect everywhere, but boy, there are a ton of people out there who have, in the last probably 2 years, but in the last year, shifted or switched jobs, switched employers for way more money, way better benefits, maybe to be able to work from home, which is what they want to do. A lot of folks out there have become self-employed because they've just walked away from these employers who just would not be proactive in promotions or in pay raises. They would view these employees as liabilities and expenses and treated them just like dirt. And so these folks, many have quit their jobs to work on their own and to do the kind of work either they want to do or the same kind of work they've been doing, but they're now doing it for either a new employer from wherever at home or from whatever office, and or I think a lot of folks have decided I'm not working for one company anymore. I am now going to offer my time on a limited basis. I'm happy to work 40 hours a week, 30 hours a week. I'll work 10 hours a week on a retainer basis for three different employers. And that's all I'm going to do. I got three employers I work for, three companies. I give them 10 hours a week each, and I charge them X amount an hour, and that's it. And they're making more money on 30 hours a week than they were working for 40. They are their own bosses. If they want a day off, they take it. They want to work fewer hours this month, they do it. If the employer doesn't like it, they walk and they find another one. They're always looking for new employers to replace existing, especially if they can get more money. And so I can see where there are people out there who have, 2, 3, 4 employers, companies that they do work for, but company number 5 shows up and you can get $10 an hour more for that company's work. You're going to dump the company that pays you the least and replace them and just not work for them anymore. And this is how you build your business up and how you build your take-home pay. Way to go. A lot of folks out there are having a heart-to-heart chat with their bosses. And in some cases, it's working out well where the boss and the employee are on the same page, and employee gets more pay and maybe better benefits. But then there are those employees out there who have a shock. They thought that they would have no problem working with their employer, working out some kind of an arrangement, and they find that there's no flexibility whatsoever. And surprise, surprise, they realize that they can't get ahead where they are, and they start looking elsewhere. And it's only a matter of time before they walk out. Companies are desperate to hang on to employees. They don't like the turnover game. It's expensive. But unfortunately, so many companies are so entrenched in the way they do business and the way they treat their staff. They just can't get over themselves, and they keep tripping all over their so-called policies. And they have turnover problems, massive turnover problems, as people just walk. And sometimes they find out in exit interviews what the problem is. Other times they don't, and people just don't come back. And the employer's left going, what's wrong with us? They just don't get the picture. Anyway, it is what it is. Welcome one and all to the channel today. We've got about 47 minutes left to go before we're done. We are up 89 on the Dow right now. It's it's a gain. But there's some mixed markets here. 755 is the Tesla market right now, up $22. SoFi down a nickel with a 622 price. GameStop at 129 a share, down about 612, 614 or so at the moment, but much, much lighter volume on the GameStop. And the question now for this next week coming up, now that we are aware that GameStop is in a contraction mode, this is not good news for increased sales, increased potential of profits, a growing concern. We have a company that is actually looking to control their expenses and try to become profitable by spending less. And we have a layoff story coming. I just don't know how bad it's going to be. Will GameStop do a kind of a rip the Band-Aid off approach and just let go a certain number of people and say that's it? Or is every department at head office right now under serious review because they dumped the chief financial officer yesterday? Is the new chief financial officer charged with reviewing the performance of all departments and within the next 2 to 3 weeks figure out how many people are going to go and from where. And again, as I've said before, all of these new initiatives that GameStop has been bringing to the table, are any of those now put on the back burner, going to be discontinued, dropped off? Where are we really at here? How is this going to happen? I just don't know. I cannot see the stock going much higher, even though the split is coming in 2 weeks today. The stock will start splitting and trade on the 4-for-1 split in 2 weeks. I don't know how that makes the stock go higher. Split usually can add momentum to a stock, but when you have this overhanging black cloud over the company with layoff scenarios, you can imagine that the morale at GameStop in the upper levels have got to be terrible, just terrible. And can you imagine being an employee, not sure whether you're one of them, you're one of those that might be vulnerable? What do you think the odds are that maybe, I don't know, half of the employees or more at GameStop are actively searching for possible new employment right now? Where they are if they're in Texas, there's a lot of job opportunities in Texas. Are any of those folks looking for greener pastures, or the idea of, well, if I get laid off, I will, go after 3 or 4 other companies to try to get employment because I hear they're hiring? Are there people putting feelers out to colleagues and contacts just in case they are one of those? You can imagine their dedication to GameStop right now has got to be just going down, 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 because they're feeling this, inevitable, the hammer's coming. If someone's going to nail the hammer down here, and is your finger in the way? Or are you going to get kicked out? This is the issue. I am frankly surprised that with the low volume we've got today on GameStop, not even 2.5 million shares, I'm actually surprised the stock is holding here at 128.94. I'm actually quite impressed, because before the announcement of the split, the shares actually were more like 117, 116, 7, that range. And I would have thought that the first place that the shares would have gone to and hung around at would be the 115 to 117 neighborhood. Right back to where we were before we heard about the 4-for-1. So at 128.77, this stock is $10 at least higher, maybe $12 higher than I thought it might be. Now, could it be on Monday and Tuesday we do go down to 116, 114? Yeah, sure could be. I would recommend, if I were management at GameStop, you want to get the word out as soon as possible about who's being let go. You want to get this done ASAP. You do not want to drag this thing out. You got to be going at light speed and decide exactly how many jobs are being eliminated, what departments, and make your move, because you want the rest of the employees to feel this, get this feeling of stability that, okay, we did what we had to do. Here's why we did what we did. And we're done now. We now are focusing our future on developing this, conducting business over here, and here, and want to grow the profitability of the company or reduce losses and so on. I'm also wondering, with the new CFO, and I really I'm skeptical about this one. I mentioned to you this morning, and I don't want to sound like I'm repeating myself. If I am, I apologize. If you didn't watch this morning's show, it's all new. But a CFO is usually the kind of person you install in a public company that has excellent contacts and connections with banks. In the case of publicly traded companies, investment banks. This is a person that is called upon from time to time to raise capital for the firm when the firm wants to enter a certain project, perhaps. Maybe they want to expand the office campus, or they want to build a new distribution center somewhere. They need capital. Now, it might be borrowed money. It might be a bond offering. It might just be a stock offering or a combination of whatever. Your CFO is the person that the CEO and the board of directors will lean on to say, what does it look like out there for us? If we wanted to raise a certain amount of capital to do, whatever, whether we're taking another company over or merging with a company or buying a part of a company, we want to, put a $500 million to work for our company. What are the odds of us getting that money, and how would we be able to get it? What would it cost us to get this kind of cash? And it's either a stock offering where it's just issuing stock from Treasury, or is it 8% interest on a bond, 4% interest? Is it going to be a bank loan? Can we borrow 100 million from the bank and get 400 million from the bond market? Can we get all of it from the bond market? Do we get all of it from a stock offering? What? And that's what a CFO should be able to bring to the table. Now, the larger the company, CFOs have teams of employees. A CFO may have 12 people working under that individual, maybe 30. I don't know. It could be a whole bunch. But very quickly, a CFO should be able to come back to the chairman of the board or the board of directors or the CEO or whatever committee and say, okay, we've made a few phone calls. We've had a few one-on-ones. We've had some Zoom calls, and here are our options for raising additional capital. If you're in the case of GameStop right now, though, what's not happening is the company is not bringing in a CFO from the outside to replace the CFO they terminated. They're just graduating up someone else in-house to fill the position. Well, that to me sounds like an interim coach. Like, we got 8 games to go in the season, and we're 2-6, so we're just going to take one of the assistant coaches and make him coach for the rest of the year, and then we'll conduct a search for a new coach. Well, there is no season here with GameStop. We've got, every day is critical to the success of the company. But if you're bringing in a CFO from within, and that CFO does not have banking contacts, brokerage contacts, finance contacts in the bond market, then you haven't got a functioning CFO that can really do something for you. I mean, now I don't know if GameStop is in need of any money. The last I heard is they had plenty of cash in the bank. Yeah, they lost money last quarter, but they had money, lots of cash. But I'm wondering right now, if they're going to give up 200 people, let's say 200 of these employees they've hired in the last year, they're going to let them go. What kind of severance package are we talking about here to make this happen? Are we talking about multi-million, tens of millions of dollars to let people go for the better good, right? Pay now to save a lot later. But how much is that going to eat up of your capital? And then the other question I have is everyone else that's left over, how many of these folks are not going to maybe look to leave as well? Because some people are going to say, well, I used to work with 10 really good people. There's only 3 of us left now. And we've got the workload of 10 people, and we don't, we can't handle it. We're slipping on quality control. Hey, man, I can get a job a lot better than this without this stress of doing 2.5 people's jobs or 3 people's different jobs. That means you've got attrition problems. So you may lay off 200, but you got 100 more quitting in the next 6 months right after that, which you didn't need or want to do. Now you need to replace those 100 people. And it's difficult to be attracting top talent when the talent that's already there is going, I'm not so happy here. And folks coming in are going to go, I'm not sure if I want to join these guys. They just offloaded at least 200 that I'm aware of. And of course, the scuttlebutt in the industry is at 100 more left after that. This is bad news. And so this is why I keep bringing up this negative part of the GameStop story to warn you folks and to prep you guys that we're not going to get happy kumbaya by the campfire stories. We're not going to be singing kumbaya by the campfire here. This is more bad news coming than good news coming. And so it's true. The stock could fluctuate a lot, but it might be that it goes up one step and then goes down two, or it goes up two steps and goes down three. And the fluctuation is constantly a little lower and a little lower. Even with the split, I wonder, unless they've got some news that really jazzes the market, gets everyone charged up, this is bad news. And I tell you, what a waste of an announcement this week of the 4-for-1 split. I mean, this is a real critical error on behalf of the board, the senior management, whoever called the shot to fire the CFO when the CFO got fired. You have destroyed all the momentum that the split announcement had given you. And this company could have ridden the split news for 2 weeks. They could have ridden this horse for 2 weeks, and the shares maybe could have reached 140 to 150, 160 a share by the time the split would have happened. And maybe the CFO could have put together a placement of stock in that momentum move to bring in 3, 4, 500 million of fresh cash. I mean, I'm just throwing this out there saying, hey guys, these announcements of termination of top management and then the follow-up announcement of layoffs cannot help a company raise a bunch of fresh cash from eager investors. It doesn't work that way. It's the opposite. So, what am I going to do? Okay, what am I going to say? It is just what it is. And we have to live with it. We have to watch it and follow it and do the best we can with it. All right. I better get going here to say again, thank you to all of you who are here. Thank you, all of you who are subscribers, followers, members, everything. Appreciate it. We're going to go to members only comments now. Thank you, everybody. And please become a member and join the commentary as well, so we try to keep everything PG if at all possible. Thank you all very, very much for popping in. We have right now 80 thumbs ups, and I thank you all for that. That is absolutely fabulous to be at 80. Alberto, thank you for this donation. Happy Friday Bagel Familia, and Uncle Bruce, to you negative lurkers, you know what you can kiss. I suspect they do. What can I say? Anyway, it is what it is. I don't know, and I can't tell you because I'm not on the inside of this company on GameStop. I have no idea what the bleed rate is right now and what it's going to be. I don't know whether this deal, remember the deal they made with the Australian-based crypto outfit? I think they fronted those guys, or they put in about 100 million of their money into that arrangement and all. Is that deal still viable? Is that deal alive? Is it dead on the vine? Has 100 million been kissed off? Is the company, did the chief financial officer go to the chief executive officer and or the committees and or through the board and report that these deals that we've made with these crypto outfits are all worthless? Because what's happened in the crypto market in the last month now has been devastating, absolutely devastating, where millions of crypto investors have been wiped out in the last couple of weeks. A lot of folks can't withdraw any money. This was unthinkable a year ago. No one thought that this would be a possibility. And here we are, no liquidity. And is it possible that even GameStop has no liquidity on some of their capital that they put into a crypto arrangement of some kind? Again, I'm just throwing it out there going, what do you guys think? Is there anybody with any knowledge on this? I really don't know. Okay, there you go. And Christina, okay, wheels about to go up on this flight. Great cruise we all had. Be back in a few when I get onto the internet. Right on, Christina. The cruise is over. Right on. Welcome all. What else is going on? Evergreens is not happy. Evergreens is making a point. I don't know what the point is. I have no idea who Evergreens is, but what can I say? sometimes you don't want to hear what I hear. It's okay. You don't have to. If you don't believe it, you don't believe it. It's okay. Good luck to you. Thank you, everybody. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Thank you. There's no point laughing out loud. There you go. There is no point. All right. Well, here we are. The GameStop shares 128.67, hanging in there. Still down 6.45. The low of the day today has been 122.51. The high 132.67. So the shares have had a $10.10 trading range. We're almost in the middle, just above the middle point of today's range at the moment. Not a lot to get excited about, of course. The Dow right now up 47 points. We got 29 minutes to go. We're up 4.7 on S&P. We're up 13 on NASDAQ. Not a lot happening. We're up $2 on oil. And we're watching closely, and we'll have to watch closely. How does Europe cope with oil and natural gas between now and the winter? It's July. I'm in Switzerland. I can tell you it is gorgeous here. It's nice. It's going to be in the 80s in Zurich this next few days. There is no fear of cold weather at the moment, but it's coming. And natural gas deliveries from Russia are now very suspect and very difficult to predict. And a number of countries are trying to get off completely Russian natural gas. They don't want to support these guys and make it easy for them to support and keep paying for that war between Ukraine. So we'll be watching how this all plays out. Cindy B, Uncle Bruce, I bought my first 100 GameStop at 124.50, and I sold a July 29 125 for 13.55. Now I'm thinking about getting out and selling the stock. I could make a $400 profit and wait for GameStop to drop. What are your thoughts? Well, look at it this way. If the shares do drop, and at the moment they're off 6 today, you're still up on your share purchase, obviously. Right now, with a 13.55 haul of money by selling your call, you've reduced your cost, the cost to buy the shares by 13.55 at the moment. Again, this is theoretical. So right now, you paid $112,450 to get the shares. You received $1,355 to write the call. So you're invested right now $11,100 odd is your investment. All right. Now, if the shares back off to $120 on Monday or Tuesday, and the call that you wrote for $13.55 is sitting at around $5 or something like that, if that's as low as it gets, you could buy it back and lock in a $700-800 profit on that call and turn around now and write another contract on your stock. You could write, perhaps you might write another 125 contract for a week further out, or you let the stock drop to 120, you buy your call back, stock drifts back to 123.25, you write the same call again for $3, $4, $5 more and buy it back when it backs off yet again. And you're becoming a swing trader on your contract. You are writing it up here and you're buying it back down here. And it might be $3 each time, $5 each time, $8 each time. It all depends on just how the stock fluctuates. But Cindy, you can play this game for quite some time. If the shares want to go down, and my thought was if they were going to go down to 100 a share, they would have done it today, but they didn't. The shares have gone down, but they're at 128.63, and they're reluctantly giving up ground. That's a good thing. So if they want to ease off a little bit, the call will more than make up for the loss. Of course, that premium you've written will also shrink as time goes by. Beautiful. And you'll cash in some money on this call. You'll buy it back. You'll write another call. It might be an August 15 call or something in that neighborhood. You'll buy that one back, and then you might write a call that expires towards the end of August, and so on and so forth. And if you can bring out, say, $5, $6 every couple of weeks, $500-600 every couple of weeks, $1,000 to $1,200 a month, $1,500 a month in premiums to you, writing these calls, and I'm being conservative. I'm not being aggressive. You're being paid very nicely on your $12,000 investment. If you can pull in $1,200 a month, that's 10% a month on your money. And if you do that for the next 3-4 months, you're bringing in 30-40% on your cash. Doesn't matter where the shares go, because you can hold the shares for a long, long time and bring in this capital. If you, of course, are able to swing trade it, where it goes up and down and you buy and you buy back. You may find that in a 30-day window, you might be able to pull out more like $15 to $20 a share in premiums to you, which is $1,500 to $2,000 in option profits from one contract on a $12,000 investment. Now that is exceptional. That is 15, 16, 17% on your money per month. Very well done. It quickly allows you to build cash up. It allows you to diversify your holdings. It allows you to use the cash for whatever purposes you need cash to be used for. Or you can just compound your investment and buy more GameStop. The GameStop goes down in price to 110, and you've built up 3, 4, 5,000 in cash from writing options on it. You can start buying the stock at 110, and as soon as you get your second 100, guess what you're doing now? You're writing 2 contracts at a time. And again, if you're selling them up here and buying them back here, so now you're doing it twice in an order. And that would be another way to play it. Now, yes, you could theoretically now, in theory, like you said, you could sell them now and buy back the calls, sell the shares off, fold your arms and say, okay, well, I got 12,000, whatever. I got more money than I put into this deal, $12,800, $12,900. If the shares go down to 110, I'll buy them there. And I'm only going to put in 11 grand, keep the change, and start writing there. I look at it this way. You've got a call written, a real juicy call here, really nice. It's a 125. It's in the money now, $3.90. The value of your contract is under $400, and it dies on the 29th of July. So every day that goes by, this contract loses value because time will evaporate out on this contract. And so the time premium, which, I'm not sure what the contract's trading at this second, but your time premium is going to shrink lower and lower. So you may find that by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this coming week, you may find that with the shrinkage of the contract, a dip on the stock, you can buy this call back for $3, $4. And at that point, you will decide if you're going to write maybe a 122 contract for July 29. Again, if the stock does a little recovery run, rewrite the 125s right into early August now, 125s or 123s, and take in even more money. So you can go both ways. Okay, Christina, Uncle Bruce isn't playing. I can only read comments. Alberto, my message was intended for him. Evergreens. Blair, nothing special going on, I guess. Only talk about a CFO as far as I understand. Still, it's only a little part of the company for me. Let's see. Moving on here. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just trying to catch up here. Austin, I'd like to give a tip of the hat to all the stay-at-home moms out there. Dude, toddlers, don't stop moving. Just be still for 30 minutes on number 180, number 87 on the thumbs up. Austin's having a fun day with the 2.5 foot tall munchkin there. John, I just got here, adding thumbs ups for now. Wait for it. Austin, John Bickman, hey there, Johnny. Thumbs up goes boom. DQ, Christina, we rehash the possible reasons why GameStop CFO got canned. Who cares is thumbs up number 90. Thank you so much for that. We have 101 thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. Getting me over 100 already. Tiff, Austin, after 6 years of babysitting, I can tell you duct tape helps. Just remove the evidence before mommy is back. Thank you for keeping me in the loop, says Christina. John, hey, Austin. Alex, wrote my first call on HPQ yesterday. Naturally, today it has run up. I'm crossing my arms. There you go. That's all you do, Alex. I have something better than a thumbs up. Still, I give one, says Blair. Austin, Tiff, is beer a 30? 030 yet? Is it beer 030 yet? There's the question. Let's see. Tiff, I wrote one the day before when we were 3150. Just cross your arms. You'll be fine. Let's see. What else is going on? Let's get. I heard that the shills are back. Do we need to get John McClain over here? Hi, Beach Boy. Austin, John, I had a suspicion you started early. Austin, apparently not as early as Alberto. It's dry July right now, says DQ. John, I just got off the phone with the IRS. You betcha I needed a beer. What whatchamacallit I just spoke with. There you go. Let's see. Coyote says, you know what? I make 4 times that month on a single GameStop covered call than what Bruce is talking about. I make 4 to 6 grand a month per call. So there's some good money made here. This is why you want to keep your stock and keep your options. Make your money doing options. You can make some really good cash. You will quickly pay for those shares a few months on, or maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months on a row. All your shares will be paid for from premiums that you've made, and you're still making it. If you do it right. Alberto, I've been poolside since 9 a.m. making money thanks to this channel and the angry balding shorty. He is the GOAT. I think that's good. John Bickman sounds miserable. Tiff, Austin in Germany, it's always beer 030. Oh, man. Too much fun. What else is going on here? John Bickman, Tiff, I'm German living in the USA. I hope the tile still applies over here. Title. Austin, Tiff didn't realize I was talking to a German. 23andMe says I'm almost all German with a Frenchman getting in on the action. Let's see here. Coyote, Alberto, Sister Alberto, thanks, man. Learned from the best of all of you guys here. Alex Alberto, the bespeckled goat of Wall Street. Let's see. DQ says, Coyote, 4 to 6 grand on a single call. Wow. DQ, I'm doing something wrong. Alberto, Coyote, Alex, I like that a lot. Gonna have to use it. Cindy B, thanks, Uncle Bruce. You got it, Cindy. Tiff, it applies. John Bickman, Austin, me too. Maybe I actually am a grandpa. John Bickman, yes. Coyote, DQ, at the end of the month, 4 to 6 grand profit per call on GameStop is what he's making on average. DQ, Coyote, that's great. I'm not doing it right. John sounded better in my head, Uncle Bruce, my bad. Tiff, in Germany, we say kein Bier vor wir. No beer before, kein Bier vor 4. No beer before 4 o'clock, but a clock is round. So it is always after 4, except when it's exactly 4 o'clock, the worst second of the day, 4 o'clock, exactly. John Bickman, I get a laugh aloud. Alberto, GOAT, greatest of all time. Thanks, buddy. Count Darrow, all good. John Bickman, I'll just write an extra call this month. Cindy B, my money just transferred to my IRA. So I bought 100 GameStop, 100 Apple, 100 HPQ, and 100 CCXI pharmaceutical. Cindy, you're now in the option writing business. Way to go. Welcome to the party, pal. Nice to have you here. Time to start making money. The Dow is up only 17 here as we're coming into the final 18 minutes of the day. Tesla's up $17 at 751. SoFi 620 down 7. GameStop 129.26 down 586. DQ tip the worst 2 seconds of the day, AM and PM. 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Other than that, it's beer o'clock. It's always good in Germany. There you go. Apple is up 94 cents. Spire down 3. AMC is up 37. ATIP up a couple of cents. Rocket Lab up a nickel. Cyxtera up 45 to 12.60. ME only down 2.5 cents at 303.5, holding most of the gains it's made this week. Pfizer down just a nickel at 53.36. HPQ 32.20 up 43 cents. Cisco up 19 cents to 43.42. By the way, HPQ today is at 32.23. The high of the day is 32.42. So it's given up 19 of the cents of its move so far. But it is up again today, and HPQ is getting better. Now, Cisco up 23. Twitter down 178. Home Depot up 4 cents. Carvana down 166. Robinhood up a penny. Vanik up 122, IBM up 2 cents. You can sure see how very little is happening. Microsoft is up 77 cents. Goldman up 136. Meta down 98. Amazon down 81 cents. We got nothing going on here. It's a very quiet day. A 34-point gain on the Dow with a 4-point gain on S&P, 19-point gain on NASDAQ. Oil up $1.80 at the moment. And there you have it. That's the deal at the moment. As we're watching, the last 16 minutes come and go, and we're getting it done. Let's see. Austin, Auntie Jen is my mom's age, Maybe she can watch a kid for a few hours. Come on now. DFDQ, not if you use the 24-hour system. Oh, there you go. Austin, your mom's 29? Oh, there's a compliment. Your mom's 29. Richard, it's beer 30 out here. Austin, DQ, that math does not work. John, yeah, she has to be. I am his grandpa and I am 41. DQ, so no beer before 4 a.m. Doesn't seem like anyone would say that. Alex, Austin, the kids running around. Austin, the kids run rings around my mom. Mind you, I think Jen would sort them right out. Austin cracks beer, puts headphones on. Austin cracks a beer and puts on the headphones. DQ, Austin knows, you got to know your audience. Bama, babe, you can tell it's Friday, can't you? Oh, can you tell it's Friday? Oh, for sure. We sure can tell it's Friday here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, yeah. Well, I got to tell you, Jen and I just want to thank you guys for loyally watching us for the last 2 months as we've been on the road. We left Calgary May the 12th or 13th, if I recall, and we started off by going. Had a bagel since then. I haven't had a bagel in a long time. We went to London right away and then ended up in Edinburgh and then traveled to Amsterdam and visited my cousin in Dortmund for a few days, which was nice. And then we ended up in Hamburg, Germany, to that miniature museum, and then ended up in Berlin for almost a week, Munich for 4 or so days, then Vienna for 4 or 5 days. That was very nice too. From Vienna to Zurich, Zurich to Lugano, Lugano here to Zermatt now for almost 2 solid weeks. We've extended our stay here by a week because of how much we just enjoy it. It's just absolutely fabulous. And we're quite happy not to pack and unpack during this almost 2-week stretch. But sad to say, tomorrow we're on the road and we will meet up with our daughter shortly in Zurich. And all next week, Monday to Friday, I will attempt to do a night show, the final hour of trading. It's 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock Zurich time for me, or Zermatt time. We're coming back here to Zermatt. We're going to be in Zurich for a while, then here in Zermatt, and then home we go. So we're sad to be leaving Zermatt, but we're not crying because we know we're back next week with our daughter. So I'll be on a little bit with you, but unlikely in the mornings. So do not despair. It is the 1 week that the three of us will be together, and we're very much looking forward to this. On the after the 17th of July, we'll be back in Canada, back in Calgary, and I will be attempting to get back to a normal schedule again. So the hope is that on Wednesday nights, primetime Wednesday nights, will be Gold Bagel member primetime shows again, and of course I will do the pre-market alert show, then the 8:30 show with all of you, and the 3 o'clock afternoon show. So as we return back to the North American schedule, as it were, all right? Give me time for all that. Thank you all. 128.83, by the way, on GameStop. We're not going anywhere. The Dow only up 0.05 of a point right now. S&P is only up 0.75 of a point. NASDAQ is up 14 points. We are almost flatlining it here. We'll be going to the red possibly, but we're pretty flatlining it right now. So that's the update and where we are at. Hopefully we're back into bagels after the 17th. We'll see what's going on with that. And there you go. I will look forward to being with all of you at that point. We have 11 minutes to go here before this telecast is done and before our day is finished. I just noticed the Dow now down 3 points. I got Tesla up $19 to $752. I've got SoFi down 4 cents to $622. GameStop down $624. Make that $632 to $128.80. Not a lot happening as we back off. And Bruce, you deserve a little chill time. Enjoy. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. And Splayer is saying the truth is that Uncle Bruce is on bagel addiction withdrawal. That's why he's always on a different place since the last 2 months. He can't stand still. He's too twitchy. There you go. Buy calls on bagels right now. Right now, says Coyote. You got it, says John. Did Christina get out of her puts or still got time? I suspect Christina is in trouble on those puts unless she sold them in the last few days, because they expire today and they are way out of the money, unfortunately. If I'm correct, I don't know exactly what the situation is, but buying calls or puts with very little time means you have no time to be right. You have to be instantly correct or you lose. And this can happen. And with Tesla being as volatile as we know it is, you really are playing with fire here. The Dow off 11 points. Tesla down is up now $19 at the moment. SoFi down 4. GameStop at 128.80, down 632. DQ says that Christina bailed on the puts for a loss. There you go. BW Bagel Boy by Bruce, and that is by not having them looking down there, dude. Hope Aunt Jen has been keeping her hands to herself as of late. Tiff says, yeah, she did sell with a loss. Austin, you know what sucks about being on a diet? Drinking Miller Lite. That sucks. That's not even beer. I mean, that's not even, that can't be beer, can it? Down 840 on the Dow right now, and not much going on as we are into now our final 9 minutes. 9 minutes to go, and we're done. So, folks, thank you again, as I've said before, for your continued following of this channel. It is so much appreciated. I will attempt to bring out any kind of alerts that I see. There might be times where I might be able to get on my computer and do a notification through YouTube, or you'll get like a notification or something. There may be a time where I might just grab my phone and go live, holding my phone in my hand very crudely, and give you any kind of breaking news if I come across something. But other than that, it'll be the weeknights. It'll be the last hour of the day next week that I'll be on with you. And then the week after, we're back at it. So there you have it. Let's go. Thankful for my GameStop calls to help me wipe away my tears, says Christina. Right on. Right on. Enjoy the time off with a thank you, Coyote. Definitely. Yeah, lost over $2,000 in puts this week, says Christina. And that is the way it is. Stay hydrated, says DQ. Duncan says, hey, pal, I can cover for the AM if you need it. Thanks, Duncan. No, you need to rest yourself. Nick, Uncle Bruce, you need to look at the scenario of deadbeat employees who were there prior to the RC taking over, and not the people they got on board after the shuffle. Yeah, it's been pardon me. Oh gosh. It has been an unbelievable series of changes in the workplace. I can imagine at airports all over the world, not just North America, but I mean all over the world, there have got to be so many new people who've been hired by airlines and by airport authorities and by governments for security checks and stuff, and they're all inexperienced. They've never done this before. And you know how it is. You hire 100 people, train them up and throw them out there. And within 3 months, 30 of them are gone. They can't cut it. They thought they could. They thought they'd like this job. But, after 3 months of the grind, they can't do it. Can you imagine how many people have quit that have become ticket agents at airports who are dealing with, people face to face in this environment? It can't be good. It just can't be good. You got to think that the turnover for that, the attrition rate's got to be just disastrous, just hideous. I don't know. Christina, no looking good for my calls, but that's okay. I'll write more on Monday. Tiff, yeah, no one here in Germany gets the idea of light beer. They also don't exist here. BW article out today, headline, housing affordability index drops to the lowest level since 2006. I did read that. WD, BC Now, congrats, Coyote, Tiff. What about non-alcoholic beer? Tiff, we have non-alcoholic beer, and some are actually decent, says Tiff. BW, Tiff, a light beer in Germany is a Pilsner. No diet beers in Germany needed. Y'all walk everywhere. Volksmarches still occur. Coyote, WD, BC Now, thank you. Austin, I thought SoFi would nosedive today. A 1% drop is okay after last week. 5 minutes left in the day. SoFi is off 6 cents to 620, holding the 6 level nicely. GameStop 128.84. Tesla down is up now 18.80 at 752. It's holding right up there. The Dow's off 10. Now the Dow is up 10. We got a computer buy program that just kicked in here. At the moment, we have treasury yields hitting the highest levels in a month, and that's because of the robust jobs data. The U.S. 10-year 3.078. Do not be surprised if the U.S. rates go to 3.25 and even 3.4 in the next week or two. They'll go up again. We'll watch for that. On the euro, 101.78. The British pound, 120.28. They have recovered a little bit from their losses, but they may resume drops next week again. The call for the euro to reach parity with the U.S. dollar is nonstop. It's expected to happen. All right. Let's see. Coyote says, Austin, I consider it a gain after the market, how the aftermarket went for SoFi yesterday. Let's see. 6.5 for SoFi next week. Let's hope so. Tiff, best one is Rothaus alcohol free, but you should rather get the pills if you have a chance. I guess the Pilsner, not the pills, but the Pilsner. I think that's what he's saying. Not sure. Austin, not your daddy. So, dude, I don't want to call you daddy. Do I have to call you daddy? John Bickman, have a great weekend all. Wishing safe travels to all of you, Anti-Gen and Anti-Gen Jr. Thank you, everybody, for that. We have 3 minutes to go in our session, everybody. Thank you for being here this week. We're down 10 points on the Dow right now as we are fluttering around break even. Tesla's still up 18.73. It's not giving up any ground. SoFi 620. GameStop 128.66. Not giving up very much. It's a little lighter, but not much for the rest of this day. GameStop volume today, 3.15 million. Not even half of yesterday's volume. I'm surprised. But then I'm not. I was thinking had no news come out last night, that everything would have been calm at GameStop, we could have done 4 million today, 4.5. But with the news that's come out, I guess there was buying maybe in the wings that didn't come in. And people are holding up going, don't know if I want to chase this stock just because of a 4-for-1 split, because there's other news that is holding me back. And maybe that's what's going on. I don't know. John, Uncle Bruce, the U was actually you. How about that? The U was actually you. Okay. I'm not sure what that means, but if it's good, it's good. We'll take it. 16-point drop now, 17-point drop on the Dow with 2 minutes left in our session. We're up 0.14 of a point on the S&P 500. Now it went negative, 0.04 100ths negative. NASDAQ is up 20 points. That's all it's doing. Okay, and we're waiting to see how this goes. Have a great weekend, everybody. From Alex, eat, drink, sleep, and be merry. John Bickman, safe travels. Tiff, I thought light beer was a reduced alcohol volume percentage. Pilsner has around 5% alcohol or so. We're down 35 points now with 2 minutes to go. Down half a point on S&P and only up 19 on the NASDAQ mark. Okay. DQ Coyote, thanks, man. It won't be today. I'm walking away from the electronics once at Larry Titus closes us out. Austin, John, it's okay if you don't understand Bickman. He's been drinking since 9 a.m. So it's okay if you don't understand what he's saying. It's all right. 128.51 on GameStop, just a couple of pennies lower. A 44-point drop on the Dow Jones. We're into the last minute right now of trading. Okay. BW, will any of these SPACs that just can't climb out of the depths get in trouble with SEC and they'll dangle threats about being dumped into OTC or off Russell. They got to move, right? Look, it's up to the exchanges and the companies. The SEC will stay out of it. They're not going to get involved. The New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, they have their policies on how stocks qualify for listing, and the SEC just lets them do what they do. They're self-regulated, and there it is. We are done. I think we're finished. I think we're about to see bells. If our friend is here, we're going to get bells here. Our friend is here, Mr. Larry Titus. Here they are. We have got bells going across the board there. DQ is kind of curious about that. John, Austin, well, I'm mostly German, and that's after 4, so like Tiff said, it's cool. DQ, there he is. Yes, sir. Larry Titus, thank you for the bells. We're done for the week. Done for today. A bunch of options have expired again today. We have Tesla closing with an $18 gain today, 752. The Dow down 45 points. SoFi close to 619, down just 7 cents. GameStop 128.31 is one quote that I'm looking at, down 681 on the session. And there you have it. Thank you all for that. Splair, thank God it's Friday. Have a good weekend. You all stay relaxed. Uncle Bruce, enjoy the break from us all. Austin says correct, John. Larry, my desktop literally crashed 20 seconds before the bell. On the phone now. Not your SoFi, mine, all mine. Another trading week in the books. Tiff, you have my blessings, John. John Anderson, thanks, everybody. Coyote, fun week overall. BW, good weekend. All another week of nada yet again. Alex, Larry, a true professional. Austin, SoFi closes over 6. Finally, DQ, Larry, you are a gentleman and a scholar. There you go. He came through for us no matter what it took. You got to love that. Thank you all so much for that. Have a great weekend, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. Hope you have good weather wherever you are. Stay healthy. Jen and I are going to do the best we can to stay healthy. We're on our way to Zurich, and we're going to catch up with Jen Jr. We're looking forward to that all next week. I'll keep you posted in the evenings and let you know where we're at and see how these markets are performing, and any breaking news, I'll try to get it to you and or give you my 2 bits worth on what I think is going on. But in the meantime, thank you, everybody. Go ahead. Have a good weekend all, and safe travels. Uncle B, I'm going to relax, and there is the operative word. I'm going to pack. That's what I'm going to do, unfortunately. I got to get out of here tomorrow with Jen. Got to pack, unfortunately. But we'll get it done, and we'll hit the road tomorrow, and we'll see you on Monday, everybody, for the 3 o'clock final hour of trading show. Thank you, guys. Thanks, Uncle B. See you on Monday for the Power Hour, gang, says DQ. Austin, take care, all friends. Don't let friends drink Miller Lite. Cindy B, Smart Rent. Alex, Coyote, smiling. Thank you all. Thanks for being here. We're up a dime on Smart Rent, $4.99 in the aftermarket. I have no idea what's going on there. Hopefully it's something really good. That would be nice. I'd like that a lot. So next week will be different with Uncle Bruce Times, and have a safe travel. I'll be on at 3 o'clock Eastern all next week with you guys. Remember, stink bids save lives. Have a wonderful weekend, everybody, and we'll see you 3 o'clock next on Monday coming up, 3 o'clock Eastern time for the final hour trading, and we'll see how things go. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye for now.